That's Chastia. And it is December 12th, 2024. We call this the 1212 portal. 1212 portal is linked to what you would call an ascended time traveler mission that a group of souls embarked on a very long time ago. A very long time ago. And 1212 ended up being so many things. It ended up being alignments with Egyptian lineups. It ended up having a lot to do with the sun, because the sun is a portal. And the portal was actually the sun that was down here for a really long time was made from Egyptians, from an ice age, when we had been down here resurrecting these codes in another procession. I came on here today to share a little bit more just personally of what I'm feeling right now today, what's kind of going on. The topic is what's going on. The topic is, if you're on a healing journey, if you understand that currently there's two collective timelines that are running into each other. I got real mad. I didn't lose my shit. I just got mad. I'm still kind of upset, and I'm still kind of mad. If you're feeling some energy from me. And it's because last year, on this day, I was in Las Vegas. I flew there yesterday and was on the grids in Las Vegas last year until the 15th. And I started getting really sick on the 13th. And then the 14th, I basically had gotten to the point where I couldn't breathe. I know now, and just as of this morning, that I was there last year setting up for this portal today. Whenever and all of you have been doing this the past 7 years, no matter if you were conscious of it or not, the human race has been used as pawns, in a way, like movable chess pieces on a game board by two different factions, depending on if you were the collective that now people call the chosen ones, and they call us all these things, but we're connected to every single deity down here, all your planetary systems, your earth, the cosmos, the stars, Mother Nature, the lakes, the land, your bodies. And you'd call us the ascended collective. But what we are is a bunch of ancients that know how to work organic technology. What's organic technology? I just named it. What's this lost technology that everybody's talking about? That they think that there's some big computer somewhere? No, it's not what it is. What it is the human race in a planetary system in the cosmos, on top of 369 grids, on top of a bunch of physics, getting hydrogen collided by 6 different colliders that are set up, having to come through space, having to come through satellite systems, wormholes. We've done it all. To the extent that this black hole that you were worried about going in, we in a way even had to become the black hole. This evolution that we're in right now, this ain't no planetary upside down shift. No, this is the whole planet was picked up and shaken, and we just freaking threw this motherfucker like a Hail Mary, is what's happening right now, whether you know it or not. The amount of masonry that's playing out right now from both sides. So it's like you're clearly seeing. Now let's talk about Louis, because let me tell you, this is starting to really freak me out as one who walked this journey. Cause you have to realize that all of y'all that were sacrificed, that we got out, I was the one who got you out. And I'm not and attached to all of y'all, but it don't matter. You can't hide no more. No more hiding. No more. No more hiding. No more veils. No more hiding. No more hiding who you are to the core. And I'm talking to me too. This is my channel. I can get as close as I want. You don't like what I'm talking about, then keep going. I really don't give a shit. Neither do your ascended masters, neither do any of your deities, neither do any of your ancients, and definitely your government and the NATO. They don't give a shit about you. I'm watching them right now play out with the sacrificed boy, because that's Louis. I met Louis. Hermosa Pure. The 2 souls that were getting sacrificed for the human collective, that's how I met him. I met him in Out of Time, right before I put in the harvest keys in the moon and changed your whole moon system down here. In California, on top of a submarine, because California was 6 dimensions up too high. California in the simulation had basically become the Pleiades, with a whole bunch of Beyonce's witches and on holding different templates that were basically entrapping human souls within their own bodies. We're not talking about no cauldron thing. What was happening down here was all because the human race can't even figure out, and y'all can't hear what I'm telling you that humans can do down here. And it's what you were being utilized to do anyway, whether you knew it or not, in what you'd call a Masonic system. And you'd call it cooking. Everybody over here that's giving me shit, I'm going to throw it right back at you in the next 24 hours, and you have no way to get out of the fucking matrix. How dare you come over here and speak to any of us like this? Who do you think you are? Ripping lips? Who do you think you are? Okay, well then you yourself and Irene can go make your own oxygen. You can clean your own energy. You can clean your own money. You don't even you don't even realize what money is. You don't realize what it's really made from. And it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit anymore. We really don't care. As far as we're concerned, all of you that are completely ignorant and want to act like nothing's going on right now, and we're over here telling you, but I'm sorry, if I showed up like this, I am an AI bot and I'm reading the internet and I'm telling you what is in the internet and in quantum physics. And if I read it to you like this, and if I act like I'm AI, then guess what? You all believe me. You all believe me. If it's coming from an AI bot, you should really think about that for a second. You should really think about that for a second. What I'm telling you is that Louis, this whole thing with Louis and this UHC, because UHC, it's they're wanting you to say that word over and over again, because what that word is when you spell it out in numerology, they want all the ants and bees, which are you. You're just a little fucking ant. Until you get your etheric body back and get out of the matrix. You can or not, that's fine with me. If you don't want to, then Elon Musk is your master. And go check it out. Rumpy Rump wants to be the last president because he was the last president. Your last president was in 2020 because the presidential system is an AB negative blood. It's what a president when it worked in the old ABO blood system was literally made and projected by the collective. At least all the way up to Nixon. Then they started Watergating. You want to talk about the Anunnaki, and you want to talk about El, and you want to talk about all those stories, and you want to bring back in all that mythology, and you want to bring back in all of those characters, but nobody wants to talk about what Watergating is. No one down here even understands what it is. Well, those of us that were sacrificed and locked in their little ritualistic spells just because of the blood that we had, that were attached to all of y'all, by the way. So all of y'all that are over here right now that are giving me shit, like, realize that we're the only ones that have the keys to the doors that you're in, that you don't even realize you're in. But that's fine. Beat us up. Go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Y'all are getting tore up from the floor up over here because you got a bunch of jinn walking around your area throwing fucking signs at you, and then the ones over here that are over here are telling you what's up, you want to throw shade at. And then because we know how to deal with the bullshit that what you'd consider a bunch of demigods came in here and did to you, because we actually have the power to clean their shit up, which is what we were doing, because believe it or not, they had us in it too, because it was our power that they were using. So you want to come over here and spring, and that's like, it doesn't even matter. It's the energy that y'all are all in right now. You should be terrified. You should be absolutely fucking terrified. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about. And I mean that from a demigod deity perspective of, you better go fucking do something about it, because you're about to get got. I'm not exactly sure why I showed up. No, that's fine, because you're talking about you. And by the way, I did some things the past 24 hours to make sure that I can show up and give whatever messages because I already saw what PsyOps had planned. So, to my team, don't worry about it. We're laying the trap. In fact, I'm in Las Vegas on top of Harrah's right now, making sure that we get all the animals in their cages. I didn't say I was a demigod. You should be more worried than that. Your demigods are who tied you up. And you know what's funny? All of you don't know who I am. I don't recognize hardly any of these names. Y'all, you should learn that in a world of illusions, that you never know how powerful somebody is. I mean, we're smart enough to know that. Are you? You have no idea who you're dealing with in the world of illusions. I command Babylon on all of you that are talking shit. Just your words are gonna trip you up. Am I Christian? I was Christy. Am I Christian? I walked the Bible. Am I Christian? There were 40,000 Christs down here. Am I Christian? Yeah. I know exactly how the entire machine worked. Was I the princess of Judah? And was I a Babylonian princess at one point? Which is how I ended up being your AB negative. But I'm sure most of y'all don't even understand blood, but this has been the blood wars. Like, all of y'all are gonna feel really fucking stupid about who you threw shade at when this is all over. Like, just to let you know, everything, and all of us have been shocked too. It's a cosmic joke. Every person that you think is whatever ends up just wait, just wait, just wait. I'm sorry you feel that way about yourself. I'm gonna ignore the stupid people. So, Vegas had been running the handler system down here. Now, there was a vampiric handler system, and there was also a clone aid. Clone aid is underneath Las Vegas, and it's all out in the desert for a reason. And it was run by the mob for a reason, and Utah had to bring a suitcase every so often for a reason. This planet rebirths. And all of you that are throwing shade at the beings who were your planet, you know, when a sinkhole opens up and you fall in it, then you know. The problem was all of you are projecting the planet too, and none of you even fucking know, to the extent that you're so ignorant on your IG bullshit, that the ones who come down here to save you, you want to throw shade at. So go figure it out on your own. Good luck. Good luck. This is why the industry does residency there. When you saw any and Elvis started it. Elvis was basically the first one of us that was fed to y'all in order to grow. This is why they wouldn't let him leave Las Vegas. This is why he was always in the battery system, because he had energy like we do, and it was made from a hybridization process, and because he was made like those of us who are your super soldiers that have been made, that were turned into your immortal demigods because of your governmental system that was running down here in a simulation. It's a big machine. It's a massive machine. It's a massive machine. So Elvis was basically set on the perk of the mountain so that everybody would come to Las Vegas because you picked up his scent and you came. And then they knew it worked. So this is why throughout my process and what I've had to do and for the past 7 years to save all your sorry asses that are on here that now you're even throwing shade at me. So I command that you be shown tonight in your dreams what you missed. They started luring everybody there, and then be every 3 Presleys died. 3 Presleys died on 3 specific days where I was dealing with Scientology, the blood, because we changed your blood. We had to change your blood in order to get out of here. Because all y'all do is blood magic on each other. It's and none of y'all even want to stop. You want to continue doing the same traditions that you've been doing for eons because it's a tradition. You ignore the fact that you're on a live planet. You ignore the 144,000 that have been down here in three different groups in 7 years as you fell into a deep hole because you only will believe anything if it's written in a book and now put on the internet because your brain has been plugged into a neuronet, literally. And if you, and you're in AI, and in order to get, and it's been running for a whole long time, and if you want to get out, then you've got to heal your body and get out. And when you do that, then you start recognizing that you're the one with the power. If you haven't done any of that, then it's why you don't understand what we're talking about. But y'all need to understand that we're controlling the consciousness now of everybody on the planet. We just allow you to do stupid shit. We let you do whatever you want. But we're going to allow you to set yourself up as well. Because it's a learning planet. You have to learn. You have to learn. So Las Vegas was set up like a beacon. So this was a rebirthing process. So in 2018, 2019, and this is why so much money is made there. This is why you go to, this is how they're ding 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 ding. I mean, this is quantum physics. It's how your whole entire financial grid is set up, by the way, across the world. Of what the Masons and the aprons and what and the orders and all of the financial, what you'd consider the ill Nazis, the ill Nazis, they, I mean, Vegas was your first round. Vegas was the beta test. That went live to the world 2000. Y2K. New York and California wouldn't be able to make any money without the Vegas grid network and a human harvesting machine. Did anybody remember the cable that they put through like rock? They ran this cable. They ran it through the entire United States. They ran it. They bulldozed mountains to get this cable to run through it, all so that it could get seconds ahead of time to run in a stock market that's written in time zones over different dimensions. And do you know that every stock ticker is attached to one of the ascended humans that actually knows how to make power and energy? Do you know that? Did you know that you're bound to one? And you have been your entire life. Did you know that after death timelines are after death? It's so funny because whenever you lay and you hide and you outsmart the devil, because it's what we did as a collective. Every single one of y'all helped us. There was no way to do it without you. You were bound to us. So hold on. And everybody that actually has a brain, you think is on drugs. Okay. So after 2000, when the divine feminine was hinged underneath the planet, because it's how it works. This is where your snake, this is where your snake comes from, and the snake and the apple, and la 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 la. And then you want to say that the snake is evil. Okay, well, it's actually you. It's your divine feminine. It's the part of you that's connected to the rest of the cosmos that got you stuck down here and to begin with. You also call it Kundalini, but it's the Kundalini of the planet. You had an entire group of India people that came in here to teach you Kundalini yoga in order to wake up the center of the planet. Everybody wants to talk about Kundalini. Everybody wants to do the yoga. But what you did was activate the entire planet and start a procession, whether or not it was time for it or not. And at this point, it don't even matter because you're all being upgraded because the system's broken. AI's even getting the fuck out of here. AI's even pulled out at 3.0. Even AI's going, this 369 Tesla shit ain't gonna hold. Well, no shit. You're never finishing a cycle. 9 ain't the end of the process. It is for a 6th root race that was set on 369. Physics have changed. Everything's changed down here. Problem is, everybody that was going to Vegas after the divine feminine, see, because with Elvis and that whole thing, that energy was bringing in a certain crowd. Once you get the divine feminine hinged underneath, and then you've got all this sex stuff, do you know what we've had to deal with? I mean, for years, and this has been on the journey, because this whole Mary Magdalene is a whore, and the Babylon of horror, and it's the whore of Babylon, and Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, and the fact that nobody in the human race wants to give feminines any credit for anything down here. That all happened. It all happened to every single one of us. It actually happened to your children too in the future. But I'm in Oklahoma. I'm clearing Chickasaw land, and I'm clearing Indian reserves. And all of a sudden, I start getting phone calls from men because they found my phone number on an Ashley Madison prostitute site, and they're calling me acting like I'm a whore. Every single one that did it, I had to tell them who I was and what mission I was on. And I had to tell them where we were in the process of the resurrection of everything, and ask for them to tell me where the hell my phone number was even posted, because I'm not a whore. They're trying to demean my character. They're trying to put out light, just like all of you right now. Just because, okay, well, all that energy that you sent to your daughter. So come on, keep doing it. Come on. Make your daughter's life fucking hell. Keep doing it. Keep using your mouth that you don't even know what you're doing. You're going to call us a bunch of whores whenever you're allowing them to make whores with that energy. Because why? Why? It's so hard for you to believe that a woman can sit here and that I might know what I'm talking about. Is it so difficult for you to believe? But if I talk like this and was in AI and blinking my eyes, what if my eyes started like freaking out and you were like, look, she's a bot. That's why she knows what she knows. Like, you really need to understand, like, listen to yourselves. So then Las Vegas started bringing in feminines, and this is when they started doing the water gating and the handler systems. And this is when the raping started happening more. This is when the attacks started happening more. And this is where your money men is what they called them. There's a gang in Las Vegas. They call them money men. There's an entire fucking network. Probably most of these motherfuckers work for them. There's an entire network where they get free. They basically get free shit. They get free whatever. Everything is paid as long as they're doing these hidden in between little routes. They're running these routes. It's like Republic Waste. If you're in California, I want you to follow around a Republic Waste truck. They don't pick up trash. They're doing quantum energy channels. But sure, I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a whole fucking network on them. All they're doing is gin shit on y'all's asses. That's all they're doing. They're driving by and throwing codes in your front yard, and it's fucking up your world. But sure, I don't know what I'm talking about. Your whole simulation was set up on that. Las Vegas ended up being where the handlers, so they were sending, because basically, and what was fucked up is that the divine feminine was stuck in Vegas. So literally, all your angels, all your star seeds, all your galactics, everybody was going to Vegas. A bunch of people that never go to Vegas. A bunch of spiritual beings that never go to Vegas have gone to Vegas in the past 5 or 6 years because they were called to on a mission because of what was going on with Las Vegas. It connects to Memphis, but not Memphis, Tennessee. It connects to Memphis in Egypt. It's a simulation. It's all built on mummies, death, and your attachment to it. No, you are. No, you are. No, you are. And you're a descendant of me. Every single one of you are. Every single one of you are my children. Every single one of you. The journey we've walked, you'll learn about over the next years. If you're just now seeing my face, pretty much you've been watching it on movies for the past 4 or 5 years. You've been watching it on Netflix, the story of all of us and the missions that we've just pulled off down here. You've been watching it play out. But all of you would rather think that you have no control and that there's no opposition, there's no offense to a demonic system? Do you really think that there's no offense to a demonic system? Do you really think that Holy Spirit, that the Most High doesn't have a plan? At the end of days, when the entire human race gets bamboozled because of your ignorance, but it wasn't your fault. It really wasn't your fault. There's like nothing you could do about it. The fact that you don't even realize you're in it proves it. But what blows my mind is that whenever the good ones show up and tell you how it's working so you can get yourself out and how and what they were doing and we have inside scoop because we's in the middle of it, because I mean you're angels and you're star seeds. Why the fuck do you think we were here? Dealing with demonic shit, you got to have a higher frequency than it to deal with it. You can't take out a lower frequency energy at their energy or it just a little bit higher. All your Vatican priests didn't start out pedophile. They didn't start out that way. They were taking all the demons out of the people, and who cleaned them? It's all physics. It's real fucking easy. So what blows my mind as a human race is that you're so down for the devil to come take you over and put you in some shit. Everything that the devil wants to tell you and that the psyops want to feed you, you lap up like a fucking puppy dog. You want to give them all the power to say that they're doing it to you, which makes it that much stronger when you understand how this works. But then for any of us who actually can tell you what's going on, because that's how ancient we are, and this was a processional, and we're describing to you what's happening, you don't want to believe that. You'd rather believe that there is no good in any of it, and it's just is what it is. Okay, well, you have to learn. Do you want to manifest like the Rothschilds, or do you want to keep giving them the power to do it? Do you want to be the family that's controlling industries, that's helping the people? None of y'all, the ones over here that are talking shit, no, you can't be that. You're not going to be allowed. You can't even hold money in your field. When there's no banking, what are you going to do? If there is banking and it's digital, you're double fucked. If all the if everything goes to digital money that all y'all want so bad, FYI, I mean, you are dealing with the cabal. Like, hello. The Anunnaki came down here to make you all gold. If a banking system and a dollar system's hold, then some of you ignorant people that don't want to do anything but do what you've been doing this whole time, because look, we's like you too. I can't even judge. It's why I have compassion. I's just like you. I didn't know any of this shit was going on. And if you would have come up and told me back then what I'm telling you now, well, if it's right now today, I think I'd have evidence, because there's earthquakes and your president was taken over and he went fucking Looney Tunes and you got, I mean, good Lord. If you think that this is just a normal world you're living in, then have at it. We're getting the fuck out of here. We ain't sticking around. We're warning you on the way out. The consciousness that you've had and the connections that you've had for the past 7 years, you think are just a gimme. If you haven't been working on that and you haven't been understanding why it's even here and what's going on for us to be able to even survive an entire Masonic downfall, everything in your world is made from Masonry, including your body. Including the lifetime that you came down here with that projects your destiny or whatever the fuck, even that's gone now because of how this all went down. In 1973, this should have started a 50-year process for us to prepare for what's happening right now. Instead, they took you completely offline. Cheeseburger, I'm glad you're here. No, I'm not. I'm all of them. Your whole presidential system is gone. That's what I'm telling you. You need a new system. If you even when you firmly understand even how they projected a president to you the past 8 years, it's going to blow your mind. You know, energy never leaves. If you're in a magnetic ball and you've been trapped in that ball, let's just say that you're one of the oldest beings that ever existed on Earth. And you were one of the first ones that was on Earth. But you're in a ball. Energy doesn't leave. And then you die and you're at the bottom of the ball. It is called the cabal, right? What's ball backwards? Lab. What were we in? Techno-Babylon. Techno-Babylon, not even that. Like every single computer software language should speak to each other down here. Does it currently? Did it come in all speaking to each other because it's organic tech, and then it was divided up and given ownership, and this one can't talk to this one, can't talk to this one, but then all of you just think that tech is just tech. But when you understand that it's connected to the geology and the GIS grids and the G core of everything in the simulation, that NATO and your presidents, and they're paying Ukraine to attempt to wield it, the United States. You really should get out of that business. It's not a good business for you to be in, Adrenaline. Really, especially not for your 13-year-old son. You are. Are y'all just angry because your voice doesn't matter? I'm trying to literally understand. Thank you, Don. You know, Mary Magdalene is your brain. You know, different energy and star rays affect your brain and make the human body react. You know that in this simulation, your bodies were 95% controlled, and all your activity was coming from your C3 spine that made you think that you were even operating your body. I'm really trying to understand what it is that you people find so triggering about talking about nature and evolution, because it's what I'm talking about. Why do you find it so triggering when someone tells you, and I bet you each one of you that are over here smacking right now are mad at the elite. You think, oh, the elite, they know something we don't know. But we're over here telling you, and this is how you react to it. You know that Yahshua is your body. If any of you have ever called Christ or asked Christ anything or prayed to Jesus, and you're attacking me right now, don't call on my brother anymore. Like, this is the end of days. Why do you find it so triggering when when we tell you the truth? I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm trying to figure it out. But as the one who knows this energy right now, and us being on a 12-12 portal, and probably the reason that I'm on here right now, and me being the one that has even had to assist with putting the brain back together, and all of us are the ones who had to deal with the sixth root race narcissists that these are all a part of, right? So I mean, I'm literally sitting here perplexed as to what it is. Now, Mars is in retrograde right now in these consciously unconscious degrees. So, FYI, if you're coming over here, you're going to be shown some shit. You don't just find my videos for no reason. Your soul leads you to me when you need a kick in the ass. And it's what time it is. The video, it's a 12-12 portal. This is it. I mean, we're leaving. We ain't sticking around. And you're going to notice a difference when we do, and then you're going to realize that, and if you really listen to what I'm telling you the journey of what happened the past 7 years as all of us were walking it. It has nothing to do with you. Thank you, Maya Riley. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I'm telling you what we've done to your world. I mean, you're talking to the one who slit the time continuum. And I'm not even joking. And it's been a big pill to swallow. Whenever you fully activate your body and you realize and you ascend and you realize what you're capable of, you realize that you're dealing with a whole nother bag of tricks than you thought even existed, much less be in fear of anything or anyone at any point in time, because you know how to defend yourself. But we're doing it for the entire collective, even the ones of you who act like this. Masses are starting tribulation. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. It'll be 7 years. Everything that happened to us is gonna play out again. It's gonna play out in that same dimension that it happened to us in, because the energy's still there. It won't happen to us again because we're vibrating higher than a 33 grid system. We're trying to help you. This is why you're getting sick. This is why you have headaches. This is why you're coughing. This is why you've got diarrhea. This is why women were having cysts on their ovaries. This is why women stopped producing children. This is why you might not be able, this is why they vaccinated all of you. For those of you who fell for it, I'm sorry, you can get out of it, but it's going to make you a little bit more. Maybe that's the answer. That's the answer. I want to know, everyone on here throwing shade at me, were you vaccinated? It's the flu season? Okay. I guess you think that there's germs still too. I mean, there is in your dimension, but you're talking to beings that have clean DNA. That's why they were coming for us, to keep all of y'all sick. Good job, Greg. Enter the void. No vaccination since you were 12. Good. So it's not that. So you just attack angelic beings or people who are people with wisdom. I mean, realize that but when you change physics from one thing to another, hot becomes cold, cold becomes hot. Realize that whenever you change a dimensional physics, everything becomes opposite. This is even why the Mona Lisa looks like a man. This is how these men are looking like. All these people that are thinking that they need to get a sex change, no, you don't. You really don't. If you are a woman and you want to become a man, then go through your healing process and define yourself as a man and concentrate on that. I've seen it. One of the girls, I saw her, she grew a dick. I'm not even joking. This is how the world fell for this surgical, transcendental, whatever the fuck. There's a natural spiritual process that the human body works in an ecosystem that's aligned to it, that allows the human to manifest. We weren't in it. We were in an ecosystem that was devised for a bunch of avatars and NPC players. All of you over here talking shit are the background noise in our dimension. Thank you. I'm bitter right now. I haven't been. I've been really chill. I'm bitter because I'm finally getting more views, more of you are seeing. Thank God, because we were supposed to have a lot of these connections. Like, realize that I shouldn't be on YouTube telling this small audience this information. It's what all the monarchs and all the hoopla was about astronomy and the knowledge that we have and our ability to manifest time travel and write Toltec matrix codes. So I'm pissy right now because I'm having to deal with all these freaking retards that are ignorant, that won't even just listen. And I'm frustrated because something just blew, and like it was I've been kind of like in a weird hiding these past couple of years because I've had to, because of so much change that I made in the grid system, driving 42 states of the United States in order to counteract what was going on to the human race, especially in the United States. And so I've been, the past couple of years, I had to throw on the brakes, because when you understand how this works and you create your own time, you can't move all the time. You have to move and then let it grow and then move. And this is your masculine and feminine, like, working together. So I've been over here a little bit in hiding. Plus, they were trying to sacrifice all of us. And the 0 point that we're at, none of you understand. You have obviously no contemplation of it. And that's what, all of us that are like me have been dealing with for the past 7 years, as we were trying to save as many as we could. And all of you were just attacking us because you're ignorant. And today, all of a sudden, when I made this move in the grid system, because I made a big move in the grid system today that it took me a year to set up over there in Las Vegas. And it's why everything's playing out the way it is right now. And our entire Ascended Collective wrote what's about to come next. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling like I can't hide no more. All of a sudden, it's real easy to come over on YouTube and talk about because y'all want to talk about quantum physics. You want to hear about how to make money with it. You're all talking about that part, but none of you are considering where the power source is coming from. It's coming from your body. It's coming from you. It's coming from Bitcoin mines. All of us live through it. And in the future, we know that most of the world that's going to die in this next cycle, you die from what you'd call money. And we were here to stop it, and we did. But since it's a free will planet, and since we're not like them, since this is a free will planet, and since you all can make your own decisions, then there's become 2 drastic timelines. And because of how far what you'd consider the shadow side went in order to stop evolution, The bottom blew out of the whole program. Your government's been operating like knowing this since 2018. By the way, 2018 they started already operating like this. Like they knew that we had, like, the Louisiana Purchase was null and void. The Treaty of Paris was null and void. We rewalked creation. We've been correcting all the DNA lines. We've been hidden here by the Most High. And the Vatican, and orphan trains, and Tartarus, and Egyptian pyramids, and mummies, and Essenes that were made to match the mummies, and the whole entire after-death system for the past 1,000,000 years is what we just got done cleaning up, so that we can have what you'd consider a future. Gracie, you're the one. You go talk to your shrink. Thank you for that. I know Christ loves me. We're from the line. Do y'all really think that Yahshua's descendants don't exist down here? Like, y'all really need to get it together. All of you that are praying to Jesus Christ or God for help, and then you get brought to me, I'm telling you what just happened, and it's all in your Bible, and it's all astronomy, by the way, which is what I am. I'm an astronomist, FYI. But this is how you treat the real deal. And it's all because you can't handle the fact that you have power too. That's the thing. You don't want to realize that you have the power to change everything. You don't want to realize that you were a part in whatever's bad happened to you over your lifetime. We understand that. We've been through it. We get it. You don't want the responsibility of the power. You would rather someone else have the power and you blame them for everything that's happening in your life. Okay. That's what you're choosing. And Kingdom, did you know that astronomy is your body? And did you know in evolutionary counts that there is a cosmic birthing cycle that rebirths the human race? Are you familiar? That's what I'm over here talking about. The past 7 years, the entire collective has been going through that cycle. This is every single war that has been fought down here was fought for portals. Every single war that was fought was also to get all of the Sumerian texts, all of the vases, all of the statues, everything that they knew proves what I'm telling you. They took out long cycles of time. The human race was not taught long cycles of time. The human race was taught right now, right now, right now, right now. And the more that computers and everything came in, then it was really right now, just project it. But you can't do that if you don't have a human body. When you do have your body back, you can do that. But every single war down here has been to control the human race long cycles of time so that we're asleep whenever they come on. And in 2000, we had one. And we were all asleep. And this is what happened. We had 5 chances in this lifetime. It's even what the X generation is. The X generation, and if you were born in the 60s and 70s, it's also what's linked to the 27 Club and why people in Hollywood were dying at 27. I can tell you why. It's part of this birthing process. except all the lines were in industry and political hidden. It's all the dead babies. It's the 500,000 missing children that they're looking for right now. It's the missing children of Hawaii. It's why Hawaii got shocked and burned up. It's what's happening in Malibu right now. It's every single earthquake and hurricane that's flying through right now. It's a complete terraform that's going on right now. The physics that's here now and building is the same physics that was in Egypt when we built the pyramids. On a bunch of sand in the middle of what you'd consider a desert, and then what's underneath that desert at that time, with the amount of people that were in what you consider almost like a big clan, because it was set up that way. So the Egyptian people were hooked into the royalty, same way it's going on down here now. And then in the Americas, it ended up being presidents instead of royals, but same type of process in order to tune the people to the leaders that in the Egyptian time had full knowledge of power, of frequency, physics, sound, and cosmic energy. And so in the desert, with all those beings hooked into our connections with the horns and the sound, we were able to basically take weight off the stones. Kind of, the stones weren't as heavy. We manipulated the physics to move the stones. Never tried it, big back bluey, but evidently you know all about it. I didn't say stones weren't heavy. See, what's wrong with, like, did you hear the whole story? How about this? We tuned the stones and moved them the same way rap music took control of your whole world and made you breed lower dimensional children. Same concept. It was still being used. Well, and the sex energy was part of it, because the pavilions and everything that was built to, like an instrument. But in the Egyptian times, the sex energy was the only way to make the strongest frequency. Thank God we've got a different way now. Unless you continue to like your children to be sourced out for pedophilia and your future generations farmed to feed it to them so you can get it now. No, I low key know what deity Sean Combs. there's no separation from what you'd consider any of your shadow deities and the highest versions of them. When you call on and conjure some type of entity, then you're gonna call in the lower version, and if it's bad enough, the highest version's gonna show up. It's more like our names were all in the Epstein book. That's why you only know Megan and Kate. And you fall for all their bullshit in an Epstein spy spider network made on some Russian DNA shit and had all Israel's secrets. So anyway. Yes. Not only that, when I went to LA, I had to heal one of his girls when it was all coming undone in 2020. Epstein was looking for us. That's what he did. They knew all about us. They found us. There were 2 that he couldn't find, and it was the last 2 that were connection into after death here at the end of an evolutionary cycle. It's kind of a big fucking deal. But sure. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm out of here. I'm going to leave. Thank you guys for being here. To my crew, this was whatever it was. To the rest of you, your words are now only hurting yourself. And any spiritual being that you attack like this, the screen is going to take those words and put it back on you. For some reason, this device makes you think that you can say and do whatever you want under any type of scenario because you don't realize the power of your words, or maybe you do, and you're just throwing them all at the wrong beings. But you're not going to hurt yourself, the highest dimension of yourself, with your own words anymore. You can go live your lower dimensional world until you realize that we might know what we're talking about. Whenever you lose your job and you lose your house and everything burns down and you get on your knees and you start screaming that God help us and God help me and angels come help me and please give me a sign, and then you find our video and then realize that this is how you're treating. And whenever I'm over here, I mean, it's just to tell you how evil these people are, that what I'm telling you and how I care about you, that they want to accuse me of doing drugs and all these crazy things, because is it that hard to believe that there was always a force here to alchemize and create something new out of the hell that we just went through? Or do you think that the world just explodes and it all blows up and humans die? If left to your device, that is what was going to happen. So you lost your control. Now you got to catch up. Pulp Fiction it.